Hey VC, hope you're all doing well. Mark here at Twanger's Turntable. Cheers this Saturday afternoon. So I haven't been doing a whole lot on here. I've been viewing and part of the peanut gallery or whatnot, and taking part in the comments below section, which I encourage you to do as well. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in. If you're returning, I do appreciate you returning as well. One of the things that caught short for my eye. Yeah. Anyway, one of them that caught my attention was Chris Brophy. He's been on the part of the vinyl community for many years. I think 2013 or beyond that. I don't even know. But why am I even guessing? I could look it up, but I didn't. So sorry, Chris. But he's got a cool thread going on. Spell Vinyl. So if you've not checked out Chris's page, go over. I've watched many of his videos. I really enjoy. Always provides good content and also quite consistent content, unlike yours truly. But I try. It's something that, as I've kind of beaten to death, it's a hobby. It's not something I'm on a regular basis, consistent basis. But anyway, I digress. So this was one of the cool threads that caught my eye. I wanted to get on and do an entry to it. And as I've said before, supporting the other channels in the vinyl community, and in whatever way we can. Oftentimes I'll just watch their videos and I'll like them. If I watch a video, I'm going to like it. That's just an automatic. And sub. So it's totally your choice. I'm just saying that's what I do. If I watch a video, I will like it. I will subscribe to the channel. Putting it out there. So to spell vinyl, of course, we have to choose 5 vinyl LPs and spell the word vinyl. That's the gist of it. So the first one I chose, and I chose this because this is actually the 45th anniversary. I think it was actually yesterday. Today's February 11th. I looked it up. 45 years ago on February 10th, the boys from Pasadena released this just killer album. I mean, I'm not going to go on about this album. If you've not heard it, you must hear it. But it's the debut from Van Halen. In fact, one of my favorites from Van Halen. The Roth era is my favorite. To each their own. It's all good stuff. I'm not going to judge or belittle anybody else's. I'm not 15 anymore, and I shouldn't have even done it then. But as punks sometimes do, like myself. But Fair Warning is also a very strong album, and I thought I had it out. I was just listening to it. It's just to me, it's a heavier sound. It fits into more of the metal, tuned down, heavy. But this is a great album. And that's for V, their debut, Van Halen. Next up, I chose his debut, Billy Idol. And this is I think the second pressing, or a later pressing anyway. I think the original, or maybe it's just a different region. There is a different version of this with Congo Man instead of Dancing with Myself. But this is the one with the different artwork. Looks like the Billy Idol most of us have come to know. The other one was more of I don't know if it was marketing to try and reach a different audience or a more diverse audience. I have no idea, but he appears in a Hawaiian floral shirt. It just doesn't scream Billy Idol to me. So I wanted this one. So this is the one I chose. I only have a couple, but that's for Billy Idol. VI. Next up, of course, we need N. And for N, I chose one of my favorite bands out of the 70s. Most of you who have seen my channel know this quite well, but Nazareth. And their release from 1977, Expect No Mercy. Great tunes on here, including the title track, Expect No Mercy. There's so many good ones on here. I'm not going to go over that. I tend to get into that sometimes too much detail. Just go check it out. But I could have chosen any number of their albums because I have most of them, but great album from 77. And full disclosure, I just grabbed it out of the Nazareth section, so that's the one I got. Next up, VINY, and I chose Yaz, Upstairs at Eric's, or Yazoo, their 1982 debut. This is the North American release with Situation on it, at the expense of, help me out here, Tuesdays. You know what just happened? Skinner popped into my mind with Tuesday's Gone. It's not Tuesday's Gone, it's Tuesday something. Totally escapes me right now. But this is the North American with Situation on it. And great debut. This is probably one of my favorite of this type of music albums of all time. That electronic, new wave. In fact, closes off side one with a quirky tune, In My Room. If you've not heard it, man, I love this album. I just don't know what it is. I'm usually, as I've mentioned before, more of the hard rock metal, but I'm much more diverse than I used to be. Let's put it that way. And this is a great album. Actually, my wife introduced, sorry. She didn't introduce me to this, but this is her record. This is her vinyl. And I never had it on vinyl. She did. So, but I always had them in my, what do I always say? In my wheelhouse. Always liked Yaz. And lastly, we got to end off with L. And so I chose something from the True North Strong and Free. And that's the debut from Lynx and their album Missing Links. The Swartz brothers out of Ontario here. This is from 1976. Great album. Great. They were often referred to as the Kiss of the North. Very of that same vein type sound. In fact, I think the one that they had moderate success with, the kickoff track right on side one, Dollars, I believe, was, if you've not heard it, check it out. It's very Kiss-ish, Kiss-ish, Kiss-esque. And they even have a tune on here on side two, track 4, Rock All Day, Rock All Night. Want to rock all night, rock all day. Anyway, I'm not a big Kiss fan, but these guys really like this debut album and the follow-up as well. I won't bore you with all that detail. Just go check them out. So that's it. That's my Spell vinyl thread. Great thread you got going, Chris. Really awesome. Seen some great videos on that and introduced me to some stuff that I'd either written off or dismissed. One such one was one Chris mentioned, Voivod. And what was the name of the album? It was one they released in '91. Totally escapes me already. Eternal Rats or something along those lines. But it piqued my interest. Chris said it was a little removed from their earlier stuff, which didn't really work for me that much. It's similar to the Celtic Frost, Venom, Exciter, all that. I'd heard it, but never revisited it very much. It was more into the Maiden, Priest, Metallica and that stuff. But really great album. Thanks for sharing that, Chris, because it made me go and look it up, which I hope that does for others, inspires you in some way, seeing these albums if you've not heard them or maybe not listened to them in a while. Check them out. But most importantly, when you're done here, go and check out Chris's channel, sub him up, and jump on the thread. It's a lot of fun. Good stuff. I'll leave it at that. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, your weekends, and Super Bowl weekend. For those who are watching, hope you enjoy it. Phoenix, I guess it's in Phoenix. I've got family that are in Phoenix right now. They didn't even know it was happening, but it is. But yeah, that's it. Take care, everyone. Cheers.